Good morning and welcome to Juice and Java. I am Marie Achkar.
And I'm Charlie Goldberg.
The Syracuse University community is grieving the death of one of its students today. The senior vice president and chief student experience officer sent a letter to the student body last night just after 11:15. He said, quote, "It is with profound sadness that I write to share the news of the passing of a member of our Syracuse University community, first-year student Christina Elise Wabb." He also said, quote, "Please join me in keeping Elise's loved ones in your thoughts and lending support to those grieving." Elise was pursuing a bachelor's degree in musical theater. Well, the temperatures here in Syracuse have been very cold lately.
Yeah, and our Riley Faye has more on our weather.
Thank you, Maria and Charlie. Now, we are currently in a winter storm advisory, and that's consistent throughout the region. Outside right now, it's about 28 degrees with some snow flurries. The big thing, though, that you will see throughout the next few days with the advisory is a large amount of wind. So we have 20-mile-per-hour wind on average, but then there are gusts at about 50 miles per hour. Now, this advisory is set to continue until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Now, all around the region, there are advisories in Rochester, Penang, Cortland, but then in Rome, there's actually a warning. It's getting more severe out there. They're getting more snow than the rest of the region is, so I would try to avoid that area completely if possible and be careful all around the region. Looking at our wake-up weather, though, it's going to start off a little bit warmer at about 9 a.m. when that advisory is set to end. Warm up a little bit, but then get cooler in the day. We are expecting freezing rain. Back to you guys.
Riley, thank you so much. Well, with that severe... Well, with that severe winter weather on the way, the New York State Department of Transportation says that they are, quote, incredibly prepared for the storm. Department Commissioner Marie-Therese Dominguez says that they have more than 16,000 snowplows throughout New York State. The storm comes in wake over concerns of a road salt shortage.
Senator Kristen Gillibrand says the cuts President Trump is making to the National Institute of Health funding will impact Syracuse's community. In a visit to upstate yesterday, she says the hospital will lose $5 million in funding for scientific research. Upstate currently uses these grants to study cures for cancer and infectious diseases, among others. And in honor of Black History Month, the Humanities Center celebrated Douglas Day.
I'm sorry for the sneeze. The national holiday commemorates the life of Frederick Douglass. Our Olivia Rodriguez was there and has the details.
Bless you, Marie.
That's right, Charlie and Marie. Yesterday was not just Valentine's Day, it was Douglas Day. Bird Library hosted a transcribe-a-thon to help digitize Black history. This Valentine's Day, students came together to celebrate more than just love. They came to celebrate Black history.
People all over the country and all over the world are logging in, opening a page of an historical document, typing up what it says, so that all the stuff will be available online for free and makes Black history accessible to all.
February 14th is Douglas Day, the birthday of abolitionist Frederick Douglass. And to celebrate, the Humanities Center invited students, faculty, and community members to participate in a national transcribe-a-thon, digitizing documents from the Black History archives.
I think sometimes we are intimidated by old materials, or we don't think we belong in an archive, and then there you are helping make sure that these things will be preserved.
In an effort to showcase Douglass's work, the library's Special Collections Research Center held a pop-up featuring Douglass's own accessible primary documents.
We have 3 of Frederick Douglass's autobiographies, first editions that are here on display, and we also have one of his newspapers, the Frederick Douglass newspaper, and then one of his speeches.
In just a few hours, over 10,000 documents from the archives were transcribed into digital history.
You think you can't do anything in 15 minutes that's positive in your day? You can. Small actions, effects.
Students are invited to explore even more Black history resources through the Special Collections Research Center in Bird Library. Black History Month events will continue throughout the rest of February.
Sounds absolutely great. Thank you so much. Nonprofit is partnering with the Center for Global Indigenous Cultures to host an academic symposium at the end of the month. Rematriatum is a nonprofit organization that works to uplift Indigenous women's voices. They talk about Indigenous culture being passed down through their mother's side of the family.
Syracuse University is located on Onondaga lands in the heart of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. The organization is putting on a keynote panel with authors of Indigenous books. Tickets are available through the Syracuse University website. The event will take place from February 28th to March 2nd, and that will be on campus.
An exciting development for Falk College's Sports Management Club. Members raised nearly $60,000 through their 20th annual charity sports auction. The club donated the money to Rescue Mission of Syracuse fighting against their hunger battle.
The club has raised over $700 for local charities since its founding in 2005. You can visit sucharitysportsauction.com for more information.
Street Game is bringing new energy to Marshall Street with the recent ownership of J. Michael's Shoe Store. Our reporter Tegan Brostrom is on Marshall Street right now, sharing this change. Tegan?
After 40 years of family history, J. Michael's Shoe Store on Marshall Street has a new owner. Street Game, a popular upstate New York retailer with over 10 different stores, is planning to bring changes. Colin Smith, the store manager, speaks to those changes, but also how they plan to keep the store family history the same.
Not going to be the same, but I can tell you it will be similar. Their slogan is, it's a neighborhood thing. You know, they try to take care of their customer where they put their storefronts in. We're going to try and maintain as much culture as we can here. They knew what they were doing when they acquired the place. You know, it has a very special history to it.
It does have a very special history to it, and customers can expect that history to remain the same while also seeing new brands come in. We're already seeing Adidas and Nike, some of the most popular brands at this moment, pop in the windows. So come in on Marshall Street and experience that new energy that Street Game is bringing to the store. Reporting live for Juice and Java, this is Tegan Brostrom.
Thank you so much. Well, the Syracuse Hancock International Airport and United Airlines have announced that they will be expanding their flight offerings. Starting in the summer, United will fly between Syracuse and Denver 2 times a day. This change will provide nonstop options for business travelers.
Right now, flights are scheduled to leave Syracuse around 8 and don't really have a returning flight until 6. Beginning in the summer, there will be an additional flight from Denver around 9:40 and another flight from Syracuse at 4:15. Now, Marie, this comes all on the expansion route that the airport has been providing to the Syracuse faithful. They announced a shuttle service as well just weeks prior. It's really great to see this airport become even more expanded.
Oh, I am so excited. I know I travel a lot. I am not from the Syracuse area, so I'm constantly flying back and forth. So I think this is amazing, and I think that new airlines and the expansion is going to be a great development for SU and the Syracuse community.
And there's not a lot of big or international airports in the area as well. You have Rochester, but I think this airport is growing. It's great for everybody.
We love it. We love it so much. Well, you know what I also love? The boat show. The biggest boat show in sail is back again in Syracuse this year. Over 400 different brands, new cruisers, sports boats, pontoons, docks, and more will fill Central New York.
This is the first year there is a special selection for gently used boats from trusted dealers. All the options will be located across the Expo Center and the exhibit building.
Ooh,
Marie, I remember growing up, my dad, first off, his favorite thing on the planet is boats. He loves fishing. And I just remember growing up, going to these boat shows with my dad, seeing all these boats and different exhibits. It's just such a fun time.
So I get seasick a lot. So
Oh, no.
I don't know. I know. I'm thinking back to some incidents that have happened. But no, for me, I don't know if I can be on the boat. But I think for you, this is definitely up your alley, especially if your dad. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, my dad loves fishing.
Okay.
His middle name is literally Captain. And
That's so cool. What?
It's not, but he loves fishing more than anything on the planet, and boat shows like this are not only perfect for him, but they're perfect for everybody in Syracuse who wants to see something
We
different.
love to see it. Well, after the break, we'll take a closer look at a downtown food staple.
And we'll take a look at how traffic is looking. Stay with us.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
You're watching Juice and Java with Marie Achkar, Charlie Goldberg, and Riley Fay. And now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. A Syracuse staple continues to bring music and great waffles to the community every single day.
Juice and Java's Isabella Galan has the story.
After a long night, sometimes all you need is a waffle. That's what Adam Gold thought when he would make waffles after throwing house parties on Ackerman Avenue back in 2007.
So one night we decided to take $100 to the Wegmans, grab a bunch of ingredients for some waffles, and we just gave out waffles at the party. After that, we were asked by our friends and people all over the campus to host Funkin' Waffles parties at their house. And so for the next year and a half, we were throwing Funkin' Waffles parties everywhere.
And what started with baking waffles in his college basement has turned into something much bigger.
We figured worst thing, in a couple years it goes bankrupt and we just move on with our lives. In general, no, we're doing great, 18 years strong, and happy to be here.
Right after graduating SU with a degree in television, radio, and film, Gold and his best friend got right to work and have found a great deal of success since.
We've been featured on Diners, Drivers, and Dives, Guys Grocery Games, and a show we did a couple years ago is called Guys Ultimate Game Night, where we were like the house band.
All while keeping his love for music at the forefront.
We're trying to share music with the world and the people of all ages, and that's what we do really well here.
But more than music, it's about the community.
But Adam always does everything he can in his power to just ensure that everyone is welcome here.
For Juice and Java, I'm Isabella Galan.
Bella, thank you so much. Well, I know that with this winter storm coming in, there's going to be a lot of traffic right now.
Yeah, the roads are dangerous, but there are some very important updates you need to know.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, you can see right now it's pretty steady, nothing too crazy as for traffic right now. A pretty good flow, easy to merge, but I assume as we get closer to game time at about 6 p.m., it's going to get a little bit busier. I would maybe leave your house a few minutes early just to prep for game day traffic. But right now, the traffic looks pretty good. If you have any errands to run, I would do it right now before the game starts. Back to you guys.
Riley, thank you so much. An exciting performance from the Syracuse University Symphony Orchestra is happening tomorrow.
The director of the show will be sitting down with us to tell us more. It's all happening after the break.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Attention, all music fans. The Syracuse University Symphony Orchestra is performing tomorrow as part of their Setner Ensemble series.
Here to tell us about what to expect is the director of the show, James Tapa. James, thank you so much again for joining us. An amazing show coming up. Tell us what really is going on here with the orchestra.
So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we're doing a stage and screen concert, and it is music from John Williams and Hans Zimmer, Alan Menken, Beauty and the Beast, Star Wars, a tribute to film composers that John Williams loved in his childhood and young professional life. And we also have a video game suite that we're playing that includes the music of Halo and Civ 4 and Kingdom Hearts. So it's a really great show. I think everybody will really love it.
Wait, that's amazing. Okay,
Yes.
so you're the director of this.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about your role with the orchestra and what does being a director entail?
Sure. I've been here 24 years as the director of orchestral activities. The University School of Music, Setner School of Music, is phenomenal, and the students are fantastic. This concert series was designed in my mind's eye as a professional concert series. So if you were sitting at home and the phone rang and some producer said, we need you to play on this recording for these films or this movie music, you only have a limited number of rehearsals and a limited number of opportunities to prepare for it in collaboration. And so we put it together in a hurry. We threw a lot of music at them with a broad variety of styles, and they have really, really stepped up to the plate. Yeah, it's been great.
Wow, and you've been here for 24 years, so you certainly know what to expect. But what could attendees of the concert expect?
Well, if they arrive a little bit early, there will be a lot of busyness on the stage, everyone preparing for their roles. And then it's an official university curriculum-based concert. There's a concertmaster that comes out, and we tune the orchestra, and we are on the go from that moment on. I will speak in between each piece to describe what is happening for them as we go forward. And there's also quite a number of people who listen online and watch from home online, and so I try to give them as much information at home as possible.
I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of preparation that goes into these types of concerts just to make sure everything is perfect, or as perfect as it can be. So, I mean, what is the rehearsal process like for this?
Right. Ordinarily, we have 12 rehearsals and a dress rehearsal and a concert. For this concert series, because it's the pro series, we had 6 full large ensemble rehearsals, 1 dress rehearsal, and then the concert tomorrow. So this really puts them under the gun, as it were.
Now, tomorrow is a huge day, but what comes next? What do you expect to be held in the future?
Sure. We have the soloists competition, which is actually taking place on campus today, even as we speak, where 2 or 3 student musicians are auditioning to be soloists with one of the large Setner School ensembles, and that happens in April, that last Saturday in April.
Well, thank you so much for being here again. We really appreciate it, and we're both looking forward to the orchestra concert. This is going to be so exciting. Well, anyways, coming up on Juice and Java, musical performances are taking place all over Syracuse.
And an update on a massive weekend in the world of sports. Stick with us.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Musical performances are taking place all over Syracuse.
Our entertainment reporter, Abby Tolchin, is here to give us a preview. Abby, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks. This week's entertainment news focuses on 3 music performances right here in Syracuse. Tonight at the On-Center Krauss-Heinz Theater, the Syracuse Opera presents the New World Symphony and more. At 7:30, famous violinist Leila Josefowicz will perform the violin concerto by Pulitzer Prize-winning composer John Adams. The program will begin with Complin's musical portrayal of a dance hall with El Salon, Mexico, and finish with Dvorak's New World Symphony. Tickets vary in prices depending on where you want to sit in the theater. And not too far away, a candlelight tribute to Taylor Swift and a candlelight Valentine's Day special are also happening. At the Palisade Theater, there will be a multi-sensory musical experience featuring Romeo and Juliet at the Valentine's Day special. Songs by the Righteous Brothers, Elton John, Elvis Presley, and more will be played by the Lestesso String Quartet. As for Taylor Swift's tribute, some of the Swifts' top hits like Love Story, Enchanted, Cruel Summer, and more will also be played by the Lestesso String Quartet. Both of these performances will be under the gentle glow of candlelight. Now, both shows are a little over an hour and tickets are only $34. The Valentine's Day special is tonight at 6 and Taylor Swift's tribute is at 8:30. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. I love her. I love any song.
Yes. Oh,
yeah?
I don't know how much time we have right now, but I could talk about this for a long time. Okay, I love Taylor Swift.
Me
I was
too.
hearing some of these songs that you were listing out. Love Story is a classic. I love Cruel Summer. Lover is a phenomenal album. Charlie, Taylor Swift, yay, nay, what's the vibes here?
Well, no bad blood here, of course. Taylor Swift is awesome.
So bad.
And I think this tribute is going to be phenomenal.
It will be, yes. And now, what do you guys think about Taylor Swift getting booed at the Super Bowl? Did you hear about her? The Eagles fans were booing her.
I mean, Philadelphia Eagles fans also like ripping, traffic signs out of the ground. They don't really have the right mindset going into anything. But yeah, it was very controversial. It was very shocking, I'd say.
I love Taylor Swift, I really do, but I don't think a boo is necessary. She's amazing and she puts so much work, and honestly, she was supporting her boyfriend, which is like what a good girlfriend should do. So you know what? I'm all for her being at that game, and I don't know why the fans were doing that, but
I know, there was even rumors that she was going to get proposed to at halftime.
I was waiting for that because I was like, if the Chiefs win, I think that maybe she would, but then they didn't.
Yeah, it was not looking good for them at halftime, no.
No. Well, anyway, speaking of sports, there is a lot going on this weekend.
Our reporter, Sophie DeSasso, is here to give us the rundown.
Thanks, guys. It has been a big week for Syracuse sports, starting off with women's basketball. This past Thursday, they lost against Stanford, 58-78. Georgia Woolley put up 18 points. She was the only player to put up double digits in this game. The Orange take Cal on this Sunday at 6 p.m. For the men's basketball team, they take on UNC today in the Dome at 6 p.m. They're coming off a harsh loss against UMiami, who is last in the ACC. Coach Autry said, quote, "We did not play defense. We just showed up today and gave up 90 points. We talked about what we needed to do, and we didn't do it," end quote. The Orange looked to bounce back with their second straight against UNC. The women's lacrosse team just got underway at College Park against Maryland, with the game beginning at 11. Their season is off to a good start with a blowout win against Albany last Friday. This is Maryland's first game, but last year they ended the season with a 14-6 record. The undefeated men's lacrosse team is also facing Maryland in College Park at 2 p.m. Their season is off to a very strong start as they are 3-0. Maryland is also undefeated at 2-0, so it should be a very competitive match. That's all I have for sports. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you so much. After the break, we'll take one last look at your weather. Make sure to stay with us.
Dad, they took over Hey, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back. Now, I know I mentioned the weather advisory that we're currently in, but things are going to change throughout the week. So let's take a look at Saturday. Oops, sorry, wrong way. It is a game day and it's about 30 degrees and snowy, low of 28. We are expecting some snow flurries, so if you are going to the game, make sure to bundle up on your walk to the dome because we are still in the winter advisory, which will end Sunday morning, and it's going to heat up a little bit to 34 degrees, but the temperature is going to, or the low temperature is going to go down to 17. Moving into Monday and Tuesday, we're still expecting snow and kind of in the teens for temperatures. Wednesday, luckily, it is going to warm up a little bit and just be cloudy for the next basketball game. But let's take a look at some winter trivia. Now, we talk about snow and winter weather advisories. What is the average amount of snow Syracuse gets each year in feet? Your options are 11, 18, 8, and 20.
Ooh. I think 20 might be a little bit much, and I was always told that if you never know what answer to put on a test, you should always go with C, so I'm gonna go with 8 feet.
I was told the same thing, but with B, so I'll go with B.
Nobody says that. Okay, what's the answer, Riley?
You guys are both wrong. It's an average of 11 feet.
It was A, Charlie. Come on. Yeah. What?
Next time.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, today is the last day of National Hero Week. It's dedicated to our favorite superheroes from our childhood.
And in honor of the holiday, we're going to share some of our personal superheroes.
All right, Charlie, you up first?
Yeah, right there, that is my mom, Mrs. Jody Turk Goldberg, aka my mom manager. She's been in the producing business for years, and she's not only an inspiration of mine, but she's helped me so much grow, not only as a person, but as a broadcaster as well. The worst trait about her, though, is that she's always right. I can never win an argument against that woman.
As she should be, Charlie. Yeah. As she should be. Well, so my hero, I wanted to say, is my father. This was taken a few years back, but I absolutely love my dad. He's a journalist. He's the editor at the Post-Dispatch in St. Louis. Growing up, when I was little, he was always the person that I saw, going into work and very early in the morning, having to, follow breaking news. And so I think that really just sparked my interest in journalism. I love my father. I definitely would not be where I'm at right now without him today. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to my dad. I love you. I miss you guys. I know they're watching at home right now. So hello, Mom and Dad.
Speaking of Mom and Dad, my heroes are both of my parents. That's them, Jen and Pete. They run 5Ks. My mom is a teacher and my dad works for IT. I think, like Charlie said, you grow up and you realize like a lot of what your parents did or taught you growing up really makes sense and it all clicks. But they will forever be my heroes.
Wait, that's so, I'm gonna
cry.
This
That's
is
so nice.
That's impressive. They both run?
Yeah, they're very active. None of their 3 children are like outdoor hiker people, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Would you run a 5K?
I only run when I'm chased, Marie. But
right.
That's beyond the point.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you're chased?
But I love the fact that you included both your parents. My dad as well, huge inspiration
Yeah,
of mine.
of course.
But tell me a little bit more about your parents, because we both have kind of the media gene here.
Yeah.
What brought you into the industry?
I don't even know. That is a loaded question, but I think just like growing up and like watching the news, I think I was very interested in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents are currently actually at a curling tournament in Canada. Yeah,
What?
we're from Buffalo, so it's not a far drive, but
They sound like they're very, very cool.
Very-
I would love to meet them. I would also like to meet your mom too.
They'll have to all come in. We'll do like a family reunion.
Okay,
at
that would be so
CitrusTV.
fun.
Yeah.
A little JJ family-esque reunion. We could do like a parent meet and greet. It's like bring your parents to work day. I'd love that.
I would love that. It would be crazy in studio.
Anyways, that is all the time that we have this morning for Juice and Java.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow us on CitrusTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Charlie Goldberg.
And I'm Marie Achkar. For all of us here at Juice and Java, have a really good rest of your day.